Hi everyone, welcome back to Rooted in Style. For those of you new here, I'm Melanie, and this here is my lovely Dracaena. They are really easy, great starter plants when you care for them correctly. I got this guy on sale for $10 at Walmart, and he used to be 2 plants. He was in kind of rough shape when I initially bought him, so I immediately repotted him. And because he's so big and because I travel a lot, I decided that I would add a terracotta stake to this, which I put in between the 2 plants. Now, he's in such a big container that it takes so much soil, and I had very limited time to plant him. So I didn't actually bother pre-wetting my soil or anything. I just put it in the dry soil. I gave it a really good watering afterwards. And then when it actually looked like it had dried, when I put my finger in and my finger felt dry, I then decided I was going to use the terracotta stake, and I put my water bottle in there. And I noticed something, and I wish I took a picture of it, but I didn't, of course. I noticed that when I watered it, that only this side of the pot looked like the soil was wet. There was a perfect delineation between damp soil and dry soil. So then I got a bit concerned. I stuck my finger in this side. I noticed it wasn't really moist. I added a little bit of water to this side. And I went on vacation. When I came back, I noticed that this guy, one of the stalks was really droopy. And I think you can see that in my video. I thought, maybe it's from the repotting. I'm just gonna cut it. That's fine. It will grow new shoots from that spot. And then I noticed it get worse and worse and worse until it looks like this. Now, before it actually looked like this, when it actually looked like it wasn't doing well, I noticed something. Let me bring this up to the camera. Let's see if I can show you. I noticed that the stem is mushy. Can you see? See how it's kind of indented? Indent, not, versus this one, hard as a rock. When I noticed this, there, you can really see it here. I can probably, there we go. You can even hear it, listen. Yeah, so when I noticed that, I knew that's it. It's done. What that means, when your actual stem gets soft like that, it's stem rot. Once you get stem rot, your plant's done. There is absolutely nothing you can do. So I guess the next question is, what is stem rot? And I'll start by asking you another question. Have you heard of root rot? So the plants need oxygen in their soil, and some plants don't like the soil to always stay wet. If you guys remember your history class, World War I, they had trench foot. So their feet were always wet in these trenches, and they would actually get like an infection because most things can't just stay wet. If you ever left a bucket of water out, sometimes on the top, you may see some mold. So the problem with them is that you can get root rot if your soil stays moist for too long. The roots themselves get infected by, I don't know, to be honest, if it's bacteria or fungus or a mixture of both. I think it could be either or, but your roots get infected because they are always wet. And when that happens, you immediately want to take your plant out of the soil, cut off any of the infected roots, repot it, and make sure that you water your plant appropriately. But if you don't treat it and time continues, that root rot can go up the roots and get into the stem. And once that happens, your plant is done. There is nothing you can do, which I said before. Other ways you can get root rot are if you plant your plant too deep in the soil so that the stem itself is too far down, because then the stem itself is staying moist, and it is not meant to be moist. It's meant to be above the soil, and that can also lead to stem rot. So I think my biggest problem was it probably got root rot because this terracotta stake really did not water evenly, and I don't know why. I don't use them that much, but if you guys know why my terracotta stake didn't only pretty much watered half of my planter, let me know down in the comments. But I think probably what happened was it got root rot from the uneven watering. The root rot continued, I didn't realize it, and then it got into the stem, and that was that. And my plant is no longer with us. So, am I mad? No, it was a lesson learned, and I need to keep a close eye if I use these terracotta stakes. But I got this plant for $10, and I still have a plant that's alive. Am I gonna repot this one plant? No. I will take this dead one out of the planter, but I think I'm just gonna keep this one in it because I frankly just don't feel like repotting it. And I think it goes pretty nicely like this. So that is my information about stem rot and why once your plant gets it, it's a goner. There's nothing you can do. I hope that answered any questions you may have and can help troubleshoot any problems you're having with your plants. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to miss out on future videos, hit that notification bell. And until next time, happy planting and stay rooted in style.